The Bitcoin 4-day super trend flipped bearish. We're seeing massive amounts of Bitcoin short orders getting filled up in the market, but do we need to worry right now? That is the question I'm going to be answering on today's video. So on today's update video, I'm going to be discussing, of course, the CME gap we're currently creating on the imminent short term, the newest pattern we're currently creating, and the most important resistance and support boxes in this region right now, the fear and greed index, and of course I will be discussing many other very important charts that are telling us something about what currently is happening, including the fact that we're literally preparing ourselves right now for the largest move in history, and most people are not even paying attention, with the retail interest on Bitcoin sitting literally at all-time lows. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap that like button. Back above 1,000 likes will be highly appreciated, and with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So first of all, we're looking at the CME gap, which we're creating over the course of this weekend, sitting somewhere around $58,853. We're currently trading above it, and actually so far for the entire weekend, we have been trading above the CME gap. But of course, we're expecting that eventually Bitcoin is going to be hovering still somewhere around this price, and on the Monday, most likely is going to be filling up this gap here. So yes, whether we're going to be pumping up or down right now, usually like 90% of the times once Bitcoin does create a CME gap, it does come back and fill it up here. So that is important to understand. Just like last week, we had a CME gap on the top side, and it took us an approximately, what is it, like 48 hours before we eventually filled it up here. So this is what happens many of the times out there, and currently we're creating another one. So currently as well, what we're seeing is that currently Bitcoin is clearly creating this very important downward sloping resist line, where we can clearly see, boom, rejection, and also right here another rejection. 3 big rejections in a row, and basically every single time once we did saw rejections from these levels, we saw Bitcoin moving downwards again here. And actually this morning we retested this level as well, and we got another rejection from Bitcoin. Then also what we can currently see right here is that Bitcoin is creating an upward sloping support line, and basically we're consolidating in this range, and we're breaking out anytime soon here. And whenever the breakout is going to be happening, then we're going to be seeing fireworks across the charts, I believe. And of course, what is going to be important to understand is that we are also having major resistance laying around 62 to 61,000 US dollars, and major support laying around 55 to 57,000 US dollars on the lower side. So two very important levels for Bitcoin, which we need to be breaking above. And of course, we're just looking at this right now, but whenever the breakout is going to be occurring, we're expecting that either a push towards the upside could bring us up to 66,000 US dollars, or a breakdown could bring us all the way down to 52 to 51,000 US dollars again here. But like we know here is that currently the market is actually in extreme fear. And like I've always said here, whenever the market is fearful, we should be greedy. And at the same time, while this is currently happening, we can currently see that the amount of funding rates is extremely negative on Bitcoin right now here. And this is actually considered to be an extremely bullish thing here, because what this means is that the market is heavily getting shorted right now here. And the last time that actually the funding rates were negative on Binance was all the way back in October 2023. So more than a year ago was the last time that the funding rates were literally going negative on Binance. So this is first of all telling something about the sentiment currently in the market. There's extreme fear. Many people are actually loading up short positions, and you can see that not only on Binance but on all exchanges, and not only on Bitcoin but on most of the altcoins, we're seeing heavily negative funding rates. So that means that the market is heavily getting shorted. We do know that there is a major amount of liquidity piling up above us. To be exact, more than 15 to 20 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are laying around that 70 to 72,000 US dollar region. But just like we had in previous crashes, and just like we saw the last time once the funding rates were going negative, we literally, and I will remove my face cam for a second right here, the last time we literally went negative in funding rates, we literally saw a squeeze towards the upside, because this is what it means. So if more people are shorting the markets, the funding rates go negative, and if so many people are shorting, usually we tend to get a short squeeze. So this is actually a very good thing that we are currently seeing in the market. The market is in extreme fear, it's heavily getting shorted, there's almost no interest at retail compared to the 2021 bull market, and at the same time we're creating one of the most biggest consolidation patterns of the entire history of Bitcoin. And this pattern is looking more bullish than ever before, And at this time, most people are actually shorting Bitcoin. Well, I believe that we're still at the starting point of this trend here. So, guys, I am planning to, of course, open up a new big trade on Bitcoin if I do get the opportunity. And if you want to be trading yourself, you can currently get an account on Bybit right now for yourself and claim a free $500 airdrop trade here. And it's super simple to claim this trade. All you need to do is go to the link description of today's video, press on the highest link below, and then you come to this page where you can register to claim. And yeah, you just sign up an account, complete KYC, and you claim a free $500 airdrop position. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. But let me dive a little bit deeper in towards the content, and that is of course that I want to be pointing out is that if Bitcoin does not bounce from off this very important level, which we already bounced from, we're going to be most likely be quite screwed. And more if like we break below this level, I believe that we're going to be seeing lower lows getting created in the market. But as long as Bitcoin is holding up this level, I think everything is actually looking quite okay right here. So also what we can currently see right now here on the Bitcoin price action right now is that on the daily time frame, we're still creating lower highs here, which means that we're currently clearly in a downward sloping trend together with lower lows as well on the lower side. Indeed, the trend is still downwards, but usually in such kind of trends, people get overly bearish. They don't see a reversal coming, and right now potentially we are creating that higher low. And if Bitcoin does push towards the upside from this high low, we're creating a very good reversal structure right now on Bitcoin. And I really do believe that if Bitcoin does come down here, guys, I think that would also be a very good opportunity to, of course, accumulate more Bitcoin. So my strategy personally is that if Bitcoin bounces towards the upside right now, I'm going to be benefiting from it with my spot position. But if Bitcoin is going to be pushing towards the upside right now, but if Bitcoin is going to come down right now, I'm going to be, of course, opening up a new trade here. So two strategies I currently have in mind, but of course I discussed it already in many videos before here. As well, on the 4-day super trend indicator, we are actually seeing the trend flipping bearish, but we saw the same in 2021. And should we have really worried over there? No, not as well here. So I think nothing to really worry about this time around as well. And if we're just looking at what kind of part of the cycle we're currently in, we're just a few weeks out from the Bitcoin halving. And we're just expecting the biggest gains are still yet to come, just like in 2016, just like in 2020, and just like it will be in 2024, guys. This is the worst time to be actually fading Bitcoin and crypto. The best is still yet to come. And we are seeing right now, the first time after the halving, the hash rate and buy signal is flashing. And historically speaking, this has always been the best buying signal that we always got here, because usually after the Bitcoin halving, the hash ribbons tend to drop, and the first time once it does flash a buy signal, it usually marks the beginning of the bull market rally. And yes, so far we've not seen the bull market rally yet, but I do believe it's still yet going to be coming. Then also, I quickly want to be discussing that actually the 2024 forecast has been significantly changing, with Harris dropping 2%, Trump increasing by 3%. This is of course very important because the elections will have massive effects on not only the stock market, but also on Bitcoin. So actually quite good developments right here. And the last thing I want to be saying here before ending up this video, guys, if you really understand how it works, Bitcoin is all about long-term investment, not about short-term. Of course, I discussed this short-term here as well, but the real horizon you should be having is like 5 to 10 years, because eventually every currency will experience hyperinflation, and with more than 160 countries currently adopting the BRICS payment system, the end of the US dominance is here, and the only way out, they can't create more debt for themselves because they're going to go bankrupt, is literally by printing more money and devaluating the currency. And that ultimately is going to cause Bitcoin to increase in value. It plays out always in history. If you did your research, you know what I'm talking about. And guys, give it like 5 to 10 years. That should really be the time horizon. And even if you have a long time horizon, you're going to be definitely winning. So this is what I want to be saying. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching towards an amazing new video. And I hope to see you guys back tomorrow on another update video. Peace out. Goodbye.